After the Marines, I thought I'd chase silence. Maybe find a spot where the world couldn't follow. Never pictured myself on a farm, but there I was bunking with my grandpa, Walter Hayes, on his 40-acre patch just beyond Cedar Hollow, Texas. No gates, just barbed wire, oak trees, and a sky wide enough to drown every ghost I carried back from overseas. Walter wasn't some grumpy old coot. He was a Korean War vet, still polished his boots every Sunday, and lived by diesel and pride in equal parts. His stare could split logs, but he had this deep, quiet bond with his land, like it had fought beside him and earned its keep. The heart of it all was the tractor, a 1968 John Deere 4020, green paint worn like an old uniform, tires cracked like a farmer's knuckles. Walter rebuilt it bolt by bolt after the war, said it steadied his soul better than liquor or sermons. When I asked why he kept it over newer models, he shrugged. It runs honest. People don't. We ran the farm side by side, him showing me the ropes. Nothing flashy up at 5, done by dark, tending hay, fixing fences, cursing the hogs that ripped up the north line. Walter's rule was simple. Mind your land, you sleep easy. Let someone else mind it, you're done sleeping. Trouble crept in with the mail. At first, it was flyers, glossy nonsense from the Silver Pines HOA, welcoming us to their community. Except we weren't in it. Their sterile mansion sprouted a half-mile off, 3 years back, all identical lawns and timed sprinklers. They loved the word community, but acted like lawn police with a vendetta. The HOA's new boss, Pamela Vaughn, didn't walk, she invaded. Blonde hair stiff as a helmet, heels defying the gravel, smile straight out of sales pitch. Rumor was she inherited land from her dad, who built Silver Pines before he keeled over. She called herself a heritage guardian, whatever that was, and spoke like she was auditioning for a TED Talk. The first reel let her hit like a jab, sealed with a fake gold stamp. It called Walter's tractor a rusted blight, ruining Silver Pines' V.Y. Sewell elegance from their road. We had 72 hours to hide it. Walter didn't blink. He grabbed his Sharpie, wrote "Go to hell" on the letter, and sent it back. "Let him try to move my tractor," he growled, then greased its axle like it was just another day. I checked the county maps. That night our land was well outside their reach. Thought that'd kill it. Then came another letter, sharper, threatening enforcement under some HOA code they made up. I chuckled. Walter didn't. He stared where their houses crept toward our line and said, "Ethan, this land's had thieves before, banks, oilmen, now these clipboard queens. There's a line out there." He nodded at the boundary post I'd reset last fall. "Cross it, they'll learn what's waiting." It exploded on a Saturday. I got to town at dawn for fence wire and valves. Left Walter on the porch, coffee in hand. His hound Buck sprawled at his feet. The tractor sat by the barn, same as ever. Around 8, Walter texted me a photo of a tow truck, no caption. I figured he was yanking my chain. He didn't do emojis, but he could mess with you. But the dust in the shot, the angle of the hookit felt off. I called. No answer. Called again. Silence. When I swung onto our dirt drive, I saw it from 200 yards. Pure chaos. The John Deere was half hoisted onto a flatbed, cables strangling its axle. 2 strangers in V.Y. Sewell compliance polos stood by the truck, no badges, no county tags. And there was Walter, 20 feet off, his Remington 870 shotgun loose in his hand, loaded with rock salt and a lifetime of "Don't Test Me." His face was calm, the kind that makes your blood run cold. I slammed my truck door and ran up. "What the hell's this?" I yelled. One guy, skinny, sunglasses welded to his face, turned like I was a nuisance. "This vehicle's a V.Y. Sewell hazard per Silver Pines HOA. It's being removed." I blinked. "That tractor's on our property. We're not your HOA. We'll let you on our land." He was ice. No debate required. Removal's underway. Then Walter spoke, voice low, slicing the air. "Son, back off." I froze. He only called me that when the world was about to tilt. He stepped forward, raised the shotgun just enough. "Touch that tractor, you're touching my blood. We fought together. You want to drag it off like junk, you come through me." One guy, smirked, actually smirked and reached for the winch. Walter didn't budge, just gripped the gun like it was part of him. The other guy, he stepped back, mumbling into a radio, requesting HOA tactical support. Yeah, he said that like they had a militia. Worse, a dark SUV rolled up, Silver Pines logo gleaming. I flipped on my phone's camera. "You're trespassing," I said loud. "This is recorded. Touching that tractor is theft." They ignored me. The winch guy fiddled with the cable. The tow truck roared. Then Walter moved. He aimed the barrel skyward and fired. The blast tore through the morning, birds fleeing, cables snapping like a snake. The winch guy ducked behind the flatbed. The SUV door swung open, and Pamela Vaughn stepped out, megaphone in one hand, tablet in the other, like she was leading a coup. Under Article 8.3, "This machinery is a VY Sewell pollutant and will be removed," she blared, as if we were in a riot, not a pasture. I laughed. "That's a brochure, not a law." She thrust her tablet forward. "This annexation map places your property under our control." Just then, a sheriff's cruiser pulled in. Two deputies, one young, jittery, the other older, mustache meaning business. The young one started, "Call about a firearm threat." I jumped in. "That's my grandpa, and he's protecting our land. We've got deeds, maps, and this VY Deo." I tapped my phone. The older deputy eyed Pamela's tablet, frowned. "No county seal, no survey mark. This ain't real." Pamela snapped. "It's our expansion plan." I shot back. "That's a fantasy, not a fact." Walter stepped up, speaking to the deputies, not her. "That tractor carried me through my wife's death. It's not just Steelitz this land, same as me." Pamela's smile cracked. She ordered the tow crew, "Proceed." The winch guy moved. Walter chambered a shell, aimed high, and fired again. Dust flew, cable broke, birds went quiet. The young deputy reached for his sidearm, but the older one barked. "Nobody moves till the county checks this." Pamela called it harassment. The deputy shut her down. "Ma'am, you're this close to an obstruction charge." Her crew backed off, the tow truck unhitched, and Pamela stormed to her SUV, face like thunder. I stood by the tractor, feeling like I was guarding a monument. For Walter, it was... Pamela wasn't built for no. She stood there, fancy shoes dusted, her hired goons shuffling as the deputies held ground. "I'm the rightful heir to Silver Pines," she declared, like we gave a damn. "My father built this community. My duty is to unify this area under proper standards." "Your farm? It's a stain." I crossed my arms. "You inherited a subby VY Shown and a stack of complaints. That's not a legacy, that's baggage." Her jaw locked. She ordered the tow crew again, but the older deputy blocked them. "Nothing moves till the county says." Pamela waved her tablet, claiming her map was approved. I stepped closer, zoomed in. "No county stamps. This is a design draft, not a zoning doc." The deputy nodded. "He's right. This is fake." Pamela's cool shattered. "You think I can't shape a community? That rust pile and your barbed wire tank property values." Walter chuckled, dry. "Ma'am, my outhouse has more soul than your whole suburb." The tow guy snorted, and Pamela snapped. "You're paid by me." But her hold was crumbling. The deputies ordered a stand down. One goon, the big one, leaned to me as they packed up. "We didn't know." She said it was legal. Paid up front. I believed him, but it didn't undo the violation. The real war was in the files. I spent 2 days digging through maps, footage, county records. Walter tended his garden, but he shined the tractor twice, oiled his Remington, kept it close. I called Marine buddies, one hooking me up with Sarah Klein, a real estate lawyer who ate fraud for breakfast. She rolled up, heels sinking, and grinned. "HOA trying to steal your grandpa's tractor and lie to cops? That's a felony party." We laid out the EVY Denke, fake maps, my VY Deo, Silver Pines website. Sarah spotted a watermark on Pamela's map, a design firm, not a surveyor. "This is marketing, not law," she said, but she nearly fooled the sheriff. We pulled HOA records, found Lot 89,000 funneled to a shell company Pamela owned, labeled VY Sewell Standards Initiative. That funded her fake enforcers. Worse, she'd been strong-arming others' retirees, single parents outside HOA lines with forged notices. Sarah called it a branded land grab. We filed with the county, state, and DA, and I sent the story to every news outlet in Texas. Then I posted my VY Deo online. The standoff, the fake maps, Walter's shots. By morning, 50,000 VYUs. By week's end, 200,000. Pamela's storm had broken. The courtroom was cold, all granite and justice on ice. Walter sat beside me, jaw set, in his best jacket. This wasn't just a Casey, it was his fight, now in suits, not shells. Pamela sat behind 3 slick lawyers, pearls dimmed by the EVY Denke. The DA, armed with Sarah's files and my VY Deo, laid it bare. Forged maps, illegal security, Dula 89,000 misappropriated, attempted theft, false reports. They roped in her crew HOA treasurer, VYC president, even the tow guy, who turned witness. Other VY Tims spoke, a couple whose barn was tagged, a mom fined for toys, all outside HOA turf. On the stand, I ran through with letters, the standoff, Pamela's megaphone tirade. My VY Deo showed her ordering the tow despite deputies. But Walter clinched it. He stood, voice like iron. That tractor got me through losing my wife. It's not a machinites this land, same as me. The room froze. Pamela's lawyers called it a mix-up, but the DA dropped an email chain where she planned to absorb properties by breaking holdouts. One line stung. Take the tractor, the rest will fold. The jury didn't waver. Guilty across the board. Pamela got 18 months, Dula 220,000 in fines. Her lackeys got probation, bans from HOA rolls. Silver Pines went under state audit. As the gavel fell, Pamela stared at the floor, her empire ash. Walter eyed the flag, not her. For him, it wasn't about her foul, it was the line holding. We painted the tractor next weekend, a green so loud it could wake the dead. Walter picked it, and I stenciled his words, "Do not touch one tried." We sat by the barn, beers warm, bucks snoring. The silence was heavy one. Veterans threw Walter a bash, operation line secured, with brisket and flags. He stood by the tractor, hand on its hood. "This ain't just steel," he said. "It's what happens when you decide what stays." The story blew up headlines, forums, comment calling it the Cedar Hollow stand. Every time I start that tractor, I hear legacy. The line's still there, and nobody's crossing it now. So what's your take? Was Walter's shotgun over the line, or was it the only way? Should Pamela have gotten more time, or was she just a cog in HOA madness? What's the one thing you'd fight to keep, no matter who comes for it? Drop your thoughts below, smash that like button if you felt the fire, and subscribe for more stories of folks standing their ground. Let's hear it.